Welcome back to your ATM First 9 Weeks review. This one will cover number 14 through 16. 16 is on the next page, but it does answer number 15, okay? On number 14, you are to sketch the solution to each system of inequalities. Take a look at this first one. We're going to plot that one. You are at -2. Your slope is 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to the right. Notice it has an equal sign, so this is going to be a solid line. We'll call that one A. Y is less than, so it's everything below the line. Okay. Your next one, it says X is less than 3, so go to 0.3 on the X. Now notice how it does not have an equal with it, it's just less than, so your lines will be dashes. So let me make it really clear that these are dashes. Okay? We'll call those B, and the reason they're dashes is the points are not included. And let's read. X is less than 3. So which way is less than 3? This way. Are you seeing where the overlap's taking place? Okay? So it says that's the overlap. I'm going to go ahead and shade this area, just like so. Okay, and there you go. Okay, number 15, here is your optimization question. Okay, you guys got to come up with the inequalities, and we'll base your solutions on that. George is making t-shirts and headbands for his upcoming sumo wrestling league. It takes him half an hour to make a shirt, kind of important, okay, and an hour to make each headband. He only has 30 shirts to print his logo on. If he can work 20 hours this week, how many shirts and headbands can he have for the first match held at the end of each week? First of all, you need to define your variables. So what are those two things? One is your t-shirts, I'm going to call it X, and the other one is my headbands, which I'm going to call Y. Okay? So make sure you know those two. So my t-shirt is an X, and my headband is a Y. All right. Now let's go ahead and write some inequalities. These are your constraints. These are your restrictions. Okay. Here's what you're not allowed to do. Here is your parameters. So let's take a look. It takes him half an hour, okay, to make a shirt, X is my shirt, plus 1 hour to make each headband. He only has 30 shirts, so he cannot make more than 30 shirts, and he can only work 20 hours, 20 or less, okay? These are your maximum. Now let's go find your minimum. X has to be greater than 0, and Y has to be greater than 0, greater than or equal to. So you're going to make at least either 0 or more than. You're not going to make -4 shirts. So just think about that. All right. Now let's go and label our graph. Here's my t-shirts, because X is t-shirts. And here are my headbands. Why? Because Y is headbands. Okay? And I'm going to start with 0. Now notice my numbers 20 and 30. I think I got plenty of room, so I can just label it like that, okay? I'm going to keep going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so forth, okay? And for this, I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so forth. So 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, let me see this right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 24, okay, goes all the way to 24. I think I might want to change that number, because I have a 30, okay? So, I think I will change that number. So where's my, let me think about that first. Let me change that. I think I might go by 4 instead. Okay? So here's your 0. Okay? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Okay, so I'm going to do that instead. All right, so now let's go ahead and plot. First of all, I'm going to plot the 30. Make it easy for me. Solid line because there's an equal. Okay? That's number 2. And everything is less than 30, as you can see. All right. Next one, x is greater than 0. Okay. So everything is greater than 0. That's number 3. Okay. And then your y, everything's greater than 0. So here's your number 4. So everything is greater than 0. So you guys can kind of see the constraint. Everything is around this area. Okay. Now let's plot that point. Now I'm going to use my x-intercept and y-intercept instead. Okay. So if x is 0, so 0.5 times 0 plus 1y is less than or equal to 20. Notice y has to be less than or equal to 20. So y is at 20. So there's that point. If y is 0, plug it in. 0.5x plus 1 times 0 less than or equal to 20. Anything times 0 is 0. Divide by 1/2. So x has to be less than or equal to 40. Okay? So x has to be at 40. Where's 40? 38, 40. And there you have your points. Now I'm going to connect them. Okay. And it says, what does it say? X is less than, so it's everything this way. X and y is less than. See it? Do you guys kind of see where the overlap is taking place? Okay. So here's the overlap. Now your graph might be smaller depending on your scale. Okay. And if yours is bigger scale, then your graph might be bigger. Your graph might be smaller. It all depends. By the way, if you took a picture of the review, this one is not correct because I did not read this part carefully. I had x plus y is less than or equal to 30, but this one actually says 30 shirts, so it's actually just x. So keep that in mind as you're doing it. This is the right one, okay? Next, let's find our vertices, or corners, okay? Some people call it corners. First of all, you got 0, 0. Here you have 0, 20. Here you have, what is that number? 28, 30. So I got 30 and I'm not sure. Let's plug that in and see. Okay, turn it on, turn on your calculator. And I'm going to put this in slope-intercept form. Y equal, clear. So negative 1 divided by 2, x plus 20. Solve that for y, and you'll see how it's negative 1/2 x. Okay? Graph. Now you might not be able to see on the graph, but you can always change your window. Notice it's more on the max. So I'm going to go maximum of maybe 50. Okay? Your y max, I'm going to make it 30. I just want to be able to see the graph. So see how you have that graph right there? If you go to second table, notice how this line is on 30. So go and find 30 on your graph. Or you could even do this. Second, calculate. Go to your value and enter 30 because you know your x is 30. So when x is 30, this right here is 5. So right here it is 5. So 2, 4, 6. My graph is off somewhere, okay? And then right here you have 30, 0. So there you go. All right. So it says, what can you make? Well, here's your optimization. It is also part of your constraint, okay? So plug it in. 0.5 times 0 plus 1 times 0 okay? You're not making anything, you're not going to have anything. Next, if you make no shirts, but you made 20 headbands, okay, you're going to have 20 items. Next, 30 shirts plus 25 headbands, half of 15, that gives you 20. Next, 0.5 times 30 plus 0 is equal to 15. So your maximum is around 20, 30 shirts, 20 shirts, okay? So there you go. That's probably your best bet. Check my numbers. 15, 20, 20. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's take a look at number 16. You're going to use what you did right here for number 16. I don't feel good about this. Negative 0.5. I'm going to graph that again. I just want to feel better, so I'm going to put negative 0.5x plus 20 graph. Okay? This x right here is at 30. Second count, value of 1 is at 30. And it's 5. Okay. So I guess it's right. I just wanted to make sure. That is right. There we go. Okay. All right, let's answer number 16. 16 says, if George can make $5 profit on each shirt he sells and $3 profit on any headband he sells, how many of each should he make? Well, this is your best number right here. He can make 30 shirts and 5 headbands. That's his optimum, okay? So I am going to use this number because he wants to make the most amount of money. So I would say if he sells 30 shirts at $5 each, and he makes 5 headbands at $3 each, how much money is he going to make? Well, that comes out to be 150 plus 15, okay? So 150 plus 15 comes out to be $165. So is it worth his time? He only has 20 hours, he can make $165. So that's how much profit he can make, and that's all you have to do, plug in. And I chose this one because that's the most that he can do. Instead of 20 headbands, it'd be better if he makes 30 shirts and 5 headbands, and he still has plenty of time, okay? And that's the end. All right, I will continue the next part in the next video.